Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
As we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Gain of a yard brings up second and...
Now Rashad Penny, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 on the play. And this.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
3rd down.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Pascal. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd down and 4.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Niners 3, Ravens nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Complete.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On the option, it's Jackson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start by running the option to the right. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not get...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 82 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's a former Raven. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
That's good for a 49er.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, 49ers 3.
Here we go. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Garoppolo sacked.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Jackson on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. This time Jackson will throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
49ers 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll look to run with Edwards, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up.
They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
49er.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
On the run, it's Penny. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. This is Penny. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else.
Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
They'll take over.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he finds Penny. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 31-24, the final score. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest, check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Auden Tate, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 26-10 was your final. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys are on the road to Blowout City. They lead it big as we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
Again, Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. $39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun, throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
5-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. wore down defenses, and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Garoppolo on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It was a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11 now.
Time to go. Night. Check. 48's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
48 the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Madubuike. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. There's a nice move, shedding the tackle. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And this is
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Sit up. 54.
Now it's Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
ball carrier.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They run once more with Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now here come the Ravens. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to really be picked.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll throw from the gun. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Juszczyk. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
He's coming. All day, dog.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Nice move at the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
At their own 42-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Another run here with Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins on the carry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.